Okay, it says we can go live at the Sue Cowan Williams Library today, dealing with our lives, dealing with things that need to be dealt with. Okay, usually when you say dealt with, people talking about murdering, killing people. In Little Rock, Arkansas, two children and a young lady, 24 years old, was killed this week. Murdered, left in an apartment. What a cruel thing to do to children and another human being. Awful thing to do. Well, let me just say my experiences are very unique and very powerful. Very high risk in all the things that I do. I'm doing the following about a month and a half ago, so maybe a month. I would say a month. The followers were following me around. There's certain people, there's certain group that I've been talking about. These feminine men that have been using their numbers to keep up and to try to annoy. Well, I was on this corner for the people who live in Little Rock, Arkansas, on West Markham and Bowman, right in front of the Easy Mart there on the corner. I think that's Bowman Road, it is. The Hobby Lobby and that bank on the corner there. Well, I was passing by there quite a bit on the transit, going to Whole Foods, yes. Shopping in that area, buying my food. And these people, again, will always have people where I am using the electronic devices to keep up with me, to do that thing, that stupid thing, that unaware, that thing that they do, okay? Childish behavior, cowardly behavior. And several days they had people there knowing because I was going there on a regular basis, making food. Yeah, I perfected a dish of mine, okay? But yeah, I was going there shopping for food, and so they knew, I guess, when I head that way, to have someone on their corner waiting. Well, this particular day, this person was sitting there waiting 2 days in a row. They had been there. And this particular person was talking to someone harshly. Now I know it was a woman. I knew it was a woman at the time when he talked to her, based on the way he was speaking with her. So he was upset, like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck being upset and all of that. And, I don't give a fuck what happens, And then he said, kids die too. Yeah, kids die as well. Kids die too. That's what he said. Yes, that's what this man said. I don't give a fuck, kids die too. So I hear this. Shocked, totally. So, man, crazily, unabashedly, I just walked towards this person so I could take a look at it, let him see me. So I walked toward the person, get right up a few feet away from him, look at him as he's still going off. He didn't say kids die too. He'd already said that. So I'm looking so I can know, so he can know. I don't know what I was trying to do, but something told me to go, and I faced him, looked at him, and turned and walked away. To etch in my memory, if I ever see this person, to know what kind of words he used, and not to trust him, and tell everyone else around us not to trust this person, based on those words. Okay? And now 2 children are dead, along with their mother. So, what a very unique situation to be put in, to be ahead of this thing, to take this thing and to use it and let the universe show me something. Okay? So that's a very powerful thing for me, very open thing to use that hey, it's just one of those things, man, I tell you. And these people just following me around, riding around, that's enough of that, people. I know because I'm saying this, you know how crazies are, stupid. Oh, who the fuck you think? I'm gonna, thousands of them, following, I mean, just the local brain dysfunction that they have, that they've been using. So, and my niece was killed as well by a gunshot, a 17-year-old young lady. So, we've come to this point now where these people, well, I walk around with my camera on at all times. As much energy as it could battery power it can hold. I'm showing my camera at all times wherever I go. So the people who are following me, if you follow me here, there, everywhere. I don't care if you just happen to pass by. You're being put on the camera. So this is what goes on in this city. Yes, the young man said, "I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Kids die too." He was really upset, standing there talking on the cell phone. So I walked up to his face to look at him a few feet away, and then walked and to hold down my bus transit and ride out. So, and these two children, what a very, crucial thing that happened to the children. So that's war. War kills children like this and families, multiple families and children. So when they speak of war, imagine the horror that goes on with the escalating numbers of deaths based on what it does. Looking at this, so victory over violence that we were trying to use as our moniker, as our space in this place, it has to come to fruition. The stupidity and the ignorance of the people is already recognized. We don't have to go into what people need to do. Everyone knows what they need to do, and that's the bottom line. If you're not willing to do it, then the circumstances give themselves the life. Okay, so thank you, Universal Order, for showing me that every time something like, even with the child was shot in the car, I've exposed how I had intuition on that as well. Saw cars, incidences, all of that, all these things, not all of the incidences, but a very number with dealing with children. I just talked about Children's Hospital and that Dr. Nesbitt child molesting, and now this. Okay, so I'm here for a reason in this season. Just last week, I think it was Tuesday, on 88.3, they was talking about some things, about how the city electric company petty hustles the people by the meters, taking them out. If something goes wrong with your meter, something they can't fix, they'll take the meter out, and then when they give it back to you, they'll charge you a fee. I mean, just totally petty hustling, pole hustling, just like that, street corner stuff, but they're in the office buildings as if they're, intelligence aficionados, you see. So that is there. I think there was Robert Webb. I think that was your radio show, Rob Webb. And some of the things he was saying was, I just caught the last end of the show, Rob, the last maybe 8 to 5 minutes. And very interesting things that they were talking about. The communities, how the credit score numbers, if you on one north of somewhere, you get more monies, all of these things that are communicated as far as a life and the living of the life. So I heard that. It was very, very interesting, very interesting. So I wanted to come on then, but I didn't. I didn't get a chance to. So today on KB, a few minutes ago, they were talking about some town in Georgia. I can't think of the name of Georgia, but where they ran like 1,100 people out of that city. And this young man, young white male, his family had moved into that city back in the 1800s, 1700s, and how they just ran off black families. 1,100 black families took their homes, their land, and they were saying they were documenting and narrating it to the point where no, it wasn't just like guns and shooting. It was a noteworthy thing in the books. Crooks keep books, as we say, as that movie said as well. So that thing